Yes, hello, and welcome to our next installment in our series of programs on playing card games, Solitaire. We received a comment from a subscriber looking for a game that is, quote, challenging and requires intense mental acumen. So we've got a game that I believe will provide all of those qualities. The game is called Intelligence, and it is a two-pack version of the game we've covered before called Trefoil. So, Rollin' Barrel 46, what do you say we give it a try? Okay, well, this game, of course, will be using a standard pack of playing cards, 52 cards, two colors within the pack, red and black, four suits, as you know, and of course, 13 ranks within each suit. Now, this game is a two-pack game, so get another pack of cards, make it 104 cards total, and let's get both of those packs shuffled. Of course, we recommend that you shuffle those 7 times to achieve mathematically proven maximum randomness. And with that, we should be ready to play. So let's first cover the layout of our game. Okay, now before we begin building our tableau and playing the game, just a recollection that we are going to be dealing with 3 card fans or trefoils throughout the game. So get ready for groups of 3. We're actually going to build a tableau where there are 18 fans of 3, as you see here. This will form our tableau, and the top card of all of those fans will be in play. The bottom 2 will not. You need to find your way to those cards. Now you can build on each other up or down in suit, as you will see in a moment. Now, during the course of play, your job is to reveal aces and build your 8 ace foundations up at the top, like you see here. Now, as you build on those ace foundations, remember that you are building up, and you are building up within that suit all the way to king. You have to do that 8 times. Back to the tableau. The remaining cards will form a card stock, which you will use to replenish your tableau, providing new fans of 3. Okay, sounds simple enough? Well, what do you say we give it a try for real? Okay, well, we'll start from a nice clean playing surface here. We'll take our pack of 104 cards and we'll peel off 3 cards. We'll make a trefoil or a fan, and we'll make a series of these fans to create 3 rows of 6 fans apiece for a total of 18 fans for a 54 card tableau. Now again, those top cards are in play, the bottom 2s are not, and what is remaining will be our card stack. So the very first thing that I recommend you do is scan the tableau. Let's find some aces right away that we can claim and move up to our foundation. Now, any 2s we can play. Okay, there's that 2 of hearts. It can go right on top of the ace of hearts, because remember, you are building up in suit. Any other 2s? Any other cards in sequence here that we can start to join together to create some runs? So I'm seeing a jack of spades here and a 10. Can we place one on top of the other and start to organize these cards? Now I'm also seeing a queen here. Maybe it makes sense to put the jack on the queen, but frankly we may want to find the highest ranked card, which is the king of spades, way over to the right. We'll put the queen on top, the jack and the 10. That's a nice run, and that creates an empty position for us on our tableau. So go ahead and peel off 3 additional cards, the fan from your card stock, and we'll replenish that position. Now let's go ahead and scan here. What do we see? Maybe that 3 of spades can go on top of the 4, and then the 2. Remember, you're building up or down in suit. That freed up the ace, and that allows us to place the 2, 3, and 4. So also be conscious of the order of the cards. You'd like them descending if you can, so that when the foundation opens up, you can put those cards right up to the foundation in order. So we've got empty position. We are replenishing it from our card stock. Maybe we can do something with this 7 of clubs here. Remember, you can go up or down our suit. That 7 can go on the 6, and we've created another ace foundation. So empty position, let's go to our card stock, peel off 3 cards, replenish, and then we scan the tableau. And this does take some strategy here. Let's give it some thought. What makes sense? Maybe that 6 of diamonds can go on to the 7 of diamonds. That Queen of clubs can now join onto the king. So again, you're moving cards, you're creating opportunities to link cards together, and that 6 can certainly move up to the foundation. That 3 of diamonds can move down to the 4, the jack can join the queen, and we have an empty position. Let's grab 3 fresh cards from our stock, make a new fan, place it right there in the middle. Let's see what we can do next. Let's scan our opportunities here. The 7 can move up to the foundation. That's good news. That 4 can join the 5, and that 9 can join the 10. Again, you're always looking to get cards out of that card stock. They're doing us no good in there. Let's get cards combined in the tableau. Let's free up cards from our stock. Let's move them up to the tableau so we can really analyze them and put them into play. Now you notice that I did the Jack 10, 9, 10. Again, you can change direction on those runs. You can go up or down at any time, and that's a great advantage for us as we build cards and organize them. What's next here? Maybe that 8 of diamonds makes some sense with the 9. Is that the right next move? But maybe it makes sense to go in the other direction to get that 2 freed. That's a critical next card for our club foundation. And look, here comes the 3 to follow, and now we have an empty position that we can replenish from our card stock. So we're going to take 3 cards off there, and let's see, what does that King of Diamonds do for us? What can we do? Well, that 9 can certainly join that 10. We've got that kind of oscillating run of spades upper right. That frees up our Queen of Clubs. Maybe the Jack can do something. That Jack can join the other Queen, and then that 9 can move to the 10. The 8 can follow. I like that. Now we've got an empty position. Again, we're always trying to get those cards out of the card stock and up onto the tableau so that we can play them. So that 6 can go up to the foundation, and that Queen of Clubs, again, you can build up or down in any order and change direction midstream, and that's going to be very helpful for us to get cards organized and free up positions for more cards from the stock. That Queen and the Jack can join. Got a nice empty position here for new trefoil, a new trefoil there. Wonder what we can do with that 10. I'm looking at that 9 of hearts. First put it on top of the Jack. Here comes the 9 to join. The 8 can follow along as well. Goes right up to the foundation. And look at this. I love this. Put the 9, the 10, the Jack, and the Queen on that foundation. We are making some headway on that heart foundation. We have an empty position now, so we can grab our card stock, peel off 3 fresh cards in a fan arrangement, place those there. Now what can we do now? How about that 8 of clubs, maybe the 7 of clubs? I'm seeing that 4 of hearts perhaps. Maybe that 8 does make sense to join the 7. And then what can we do with that 9? Is there a way that we can link some of these cards together to create some connections? Well, that Queen of Spades can join the King. That frees up the Jack. Maybe that 10 can join the Jack and free up a position here. That may make sense for our next step. Okay, well that's good. Now we can get 3 fresh cards in play here and start making some decisions. Maybe that 5 and the 6 and the 4. We can free up that 2, which is so important for that ace foundation. So let's join that 4, 5, and 6. Let's place the 2 on the foundation. That's helping us a lot. Empty position on the tableau. Let's get 3 fresh cards there and place those where they belong. Okay, let's again scan. There's a lot of scanning in this game and strategy to link these cards together. 2 can join on top of the 3, freeing up that Jack. Makes sense now. What's next? I'm seeing that 6 of diamonds, but that can't join the 8. We need a 7. We might be stumped. We might be out of moves. And if that's the case, then it is time for a redeal. Now, you can leave those foundations alone, but definitely gather up all the stock cards, all the tableau cards, put them together into one big pile. I'll speed it up here a little bit. And then we'll give them a few shuffles to make sure we kind of randomize this pile of cards. Give them a few riffles here, like you see here. And then we'll go ahead and recreate our 6 rows of 3 fans for our tableau. And we should have, I think, maybe a few less cards in our card stock. Okay, so let's look at our fresh foundation. How about getting some of those aces out of the way? That's pretty fortunate. I love when we get aces dealt up. We'll go ahead and put these suits together. We'll put the spades together. We'll put the diamonds together just so we can stay organized. Okay, what's next now? What can we do next? Maybe that 8 of spades can move up. Gives us the ace of diamonds and the 2 of diamonds. I love that. So we've got another foundation that we've established. That's good stuff. Here comes the 2 to get on top of the ace of diamonds. What's next? What else do we see? Any more aces or 2s? Well, the king can go up and complete that ace foundation. That's good news for us. That 3 of diamonds is making some headway. Let's fill that empty position with 3 fresh cards from our stock. Okay, how about that 7 of diamonds here? Maybe that 9 can go on the 10, but does that make sense? Or should we start... Maybe that other 10 makes sense to free up that 3. That probably is a better move for us. And now let's think about how to join those clubs together. But first we'll replenish that position with cards from the stock, and then we'll take stock here. What do we have? What's in the tableau that we can do? That 8 can go on top of the 7. I like that. That king is free. That queen of diamonds can join the jack and move the king over, and that freed up that very important 4. We're always looking for those cards to build up on our ace foundations. And if we can get to 8 kings looking at us at the very top, well, then we know we've won. Let's see, what's next for us? What's next? Maybe that 6 of hearts can move up. That frees up the 5 of diamonds. Can the 8 move? Can the 6 move? We can certainly join that with the 7. Maybe the jack comes down, and there goes that 7 of hearts we need on that ace foundation. What do you see? What makes sense here? Maybe that 5 of clubs can go on to the 6. Is that the right move? 6 can join the 5. Again, always looking for opportunities to empty a position and get more cards out of that stock. It's doing us no good sitting covered up in that stockpile. That 4 of diamonds, we could use that 5. Well, let's move the 7 over, get the 2 of clubs onto that 3. Maybe that queen can move onto a king, but which way should we do this? Maybe we do it onto the jack, and that empties the position here. Whoops, we'll get 3 fresh cards out on that tableau. Now that queen of diamonds, we really want to get that ace out of the way. So what can we do? How can we get the queen and the 6 out of our way, join with other cards in suit to get that ace of clubs up where it belongs? We may have to do some shuffling. Let's move the king over to the queen. That's 7 now, can join the 8. We have an empty position. Let's see if there's something fresh we can do here. Maybe that 6 can join the 7. Again, you're always looking for ways to link these cards in sequence, again, either up or down, to get these cards linked together into runs. Maybe that 8 makes some sense. If we do that, then the 8 can join the 7 can join as well. We freed up another position. Okay, now maybe with this king, we can find a queen and start to loosen up some of those cards there. I like that 9 there. The 9 on top of the 10. As you can see in this game of intelligence, it actually does require some thought and some strategy, and it isn't always clear what's the right next move. So let's take a moment here to scan this. Maybe it makes sense for that 5 to join the 6. The 9 can go on top of the 10. Again, we're just looking for some fresh faces, some fresh cards. Going to peel off 3 new cards. Maybe that 8 of spades can help us. I'm looking at the 10 of spades. I'm looking at the 2 and 3 of clubs. Well, maybe that king can join the queen. Let's just go ahead and move this entire run over. And look what this does. That opens up the king. And now if we can move the queen of diamond over, maybe we can get our way to that hidden ace of clubs. There goes the queen. 6 joins next door. And there we go. Bingo. We were able to find a way to get that ace freed. And here comes the 2 and the 3 to join it. And we are on our way to build that foundation. We've got 2 empty positions, but look at this. Only 2 cards are left in our stock. This is good news. We'll go ahead and move those cards up. That 2 immediately jumps up to the foundation. And now that jack of diamonds can join the queen. And now we can do some organizing. Let's do some planning here. All the cards are on the tableau. This is good news. We're seeing everything. How can we get those cards moved up to the foundation? Well, that 5 and the 6 can go right away. That's an easy one. What's next? Any 3s? Any 4s? How about a 9 of spades? That 9 of spades is next, and we can follow it up with the 10. I'm going to speed it up a little bit here because I think you're getting the impression I'm starting to put this together, and now hopefully these cards will begin to fall into place, frankly, because of careful planning throughout the process. Now, you can use a king to occupy a new position when you've run out of card stock. I'm going to go ahead and move those cards up, moving them to adjoining cards on a fan. And then when you have the opportunity, move those cards up to the foundation. Now there's that queen of diamonds here. Maybe the queen of diamonds can move over, freeing up that 3 of spades we need. Here comes the 8, and the queen can move up top as well. And you're starting to get the impression here. We're starting to put kings on top of aces. I'm sorry, on top of our ace foundations, and the rest are beginning to fall into place because, well, frankly, we've spent a lot of time getting all these cards organized in sequence. So once you start down, it's like a waterfall effect. These cards now begin to drift and gravitate towards their ace foundations. Maybe that 8 can move up, and I don't want to trap that 7. So maybe the 8 goes up first, 7 moves over. Now, how am I going to get to those 10s? Well, maybe if I put the 10 onto the jack, that might allow me to then move the 9 over. So again, this is always kind of sequence and strategy. Now the king and the queen can go on that foundation. That's good news. Move the jack over to free up that 5. Now I need to put that 5 onto a 6. So move the 9, and as you can see, it's getting a little flurried. But with pace picking up, you're starting to see how all these sequences are beginning to land where they belong on those ace foundations. And that is our 5th king, which is, I'll make that our 6th king. Here comes the 9, and then we're going to follow it up with the 10, the jack, and the queen, and the king. Move that 5 over to free up that 3, and now the rest is actually pretty fundamental. So we get those cards in order, and then pow, look at this. 8 kings looking at us. We've taken 104 cards, and we have won the game of intelligence. So there you have it. It's a lot of work. It takes a fair amount of time, but honestly, it is a winnable game if you carefully organize your cards and strategize on the tableau. So yes, it's a game that does require some mental acumen. So I want to say thank you to Roland Barrel 46 for the inspiration of this game. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. And remember, even though it's called Solitaire, you're never really alone if you've got a pack of cards with you. So thank you so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. And I hope you join us again next time.